this one. That's going to be followed by Nuke and Dust 2 if we so need it in this deciding series. Elimination is on the line, so let's get into it.
With so much at stake, no matter how you slice this one, it's going to feel devastating for whoever cops the L here. Vitality taking on ENCE and Vertigo, where all things start. Map pick of Vitality, they've got that T-side opener, and already Apex coming through with the util. On the other side of things, ENCE, we're going to see Madden with the dual Berettas. I'm super excited for this one. We've got Spinks versus this ENCE squad. Same team he made it to the semi-final last major with. So it's going to be hot.
Yeah, Apex had fighting talk in that interview as well. Very confident in Vitality's map pool. Good numbers on Dust, good numbers on Vertigo. Mirage, of course, avoided by ENCE. And we're into the fray, into the mid-fight. 3 stacks strong here for ENCE. We got double dualies, Harry. We got the quadies, and we've already got them hitting heads, shredding Vitality in middle. Great start to the game for ENCE. And a lovely read to find all those 4 kills. As ZywOo, mentioned by the desk, mentioned by Yanka, coming into this one, having a bit of a tough tournament so far in comparison to the high highs we expect of him. He's got to pull out something impossible. Up through mid, and Madden is already tucked in, ready to receive. And he will. Nice pistol for ENCE, 5 alive. That's a confidence boost. This would be a kind of a shocker if ENCE stole this series away, Harry. I don't know how you're facing it, but Vitality, even last major, they made it to that 2-2 game, right? They made it just the match off of the champion stage, falling to Heroic there. They make the upgrades, they bring in Spinks since. He's looked sick. That definitely felt like the right change. You know, like you already mentioned, a top 4 major player from Antwerp. But Vitality have been facing elimination all the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a situation where I definitely think, yeah, it's going to be one that's judged far more harshly towards Vitality if they do come up short, right? Just because even when you think about, you know, the like ex-teammate situation of Spinks in this one, he was kind of head and shoulders like the best guy within ENCE. He was a force to be reckoned with, right? And so you've taken him out of that roster, put him in your own Vitality. On that basis alone, I'm looking at them and saying, well, there's a reason for that switch. There's a reason he would have joined this squad, and it's because they're meant to perform better.
Yeah, and you know, what a time for Vitality to come alive, especially in ZywOo has said this could be a good game for him to beat up on his opponents. You know, ENCE have had trouble so far here in Rio, right? Like, just look at their wins. Only one BO1 win in the pocket over BNE. It was Snappy at the helm of that one on the flip side. Not exactly the piece that you need to be the firepower player for this roster. And actually, he's been the only one, I feel like, keeping them afloat. We saw it in the Fnatic game yesterday. He won those 2 1v1 clutches. Otherwise, it was a lifeless map of Nuke, which is ENCE's pick, another worry, you know, coming into this series as a second map. But yeah, even in that game versus BNE, you know, 120 ADR, 8-1 in opening duels. Snappy was playing lights out Counter-Strike, so we need his merry men to step up around him if ENCE were ever going to upset and take down Vitality.
Well, they've already got the pistol in their pocket. And now they're looking for the conversions, with it just being a flat eco here for Vitality. They're prioritizing bringing the guns out right away. And so ENCE, this one should come pretty much for free.
Yeah, Vitality made some footsteps towards A. And they're just hanging on. Ooh, Glock. A little scary. 1 kill comes through for Vitality, and they are being patient on this, trying to milk as much as they can from a seemingly impossible round. But the 1 SMG out of the picture, and you won't find ENCE pushing any more with these rifles. It's all about the spacing here on this T side for Vitality, making sure they can try and trade. No guarantees with Glocks.
Yeah, I feel like we're just enticed because they have this 1 kill. It shouldn't get any weirder than that. Should just get cleaned up now in the long-range fights, and that's exactly what's going to happen, right? Really nice there for Snappy and SunPayus. Don't let that get out of control. The conversion found. So now we have Vitality with the guns, right? They're going to be bringing those out straight away. We will be lacking that AWP. ZywOo not with a chance to buy that up yet, but he's more than content to play rifle here on this T side. So let's see what Apex and the gang have got cooked up for us.
It's going to be fast towards B. Dupree's on the entry, and ENCE actually turned from the flash before it appears, so they will dodge that. Getting in their nades, their molly, their HE down the B stairs before Vitality approach post. 2 CTs here. They are going to clear mid. Deep aggressive is SunPayus. And maybe even doing this double setup, this layered peek, no. Oh yeah, he goes over the top. Little wall, standing tall in middle. For any lurkers of Vitality, there are none in this round. Vitality already setting a very slow pace in these T sides. They did on the Glock, they will here as well. Wasting ENCE's time, but most importantly, wasting their util. Already most of the smokes out of this round. Only one left on Snappy. It is on the A site, the right place. Will he use it with the lineup? Yep, deep down on the short. Vitality have to wait that out before they want to swing. But at this point, 50 seconds and the smoke to expire around 40, Vitality should have enough time to walk up A and get this execute going.
Yeah, still there is there's kind of dregs of util for ENCE to fall back on, and so Vitality can't afford to be too slow here, right? Nades and Molly still very much in play, and that's going to cause problems combined with this flank coming in. There's so many little timings that can be found here that can be manipulated, and as they try to go back, now the bomb gets away from them. SunPayus with these kills might have just done it, playing for time, and even taking the third man out of it. Magisk has got a save. That's kind of been decided for him. Was never meant to be the intention here, and a beautiful wrap out of SunPayus. Plays that one to perfection.
Yeah, that's the problem when you don't have any mid info, right? And even if Vitality had a mid player there, they likely would have even fallen off to go back and assist that hit. Magisk, maybe here's the rotate out of B. Obviously, info is everything on a map like Vertigo. The CT's going to hear the T's running around below, and it goes vice versa. So Vitality here, all those rotates come in, and it's because ENCE have the flank. They know it's got to be an A play. That's why they've got numbers on the site, and they're already getting hyped up. For good reason. A great CT side start to Vertigo. Magisk surrounded by these pistols now. Maybe a pace upper for Vitality. Going to hit it quick. Running through smokes. Magisk blinded, and his teammates spamming to try and create a veil. Snappy is bruised. Just needs to capitalize on this though. Snappy actually falls out. No Molotov for this position on Valde, and he's even got support from 2 more CTs ready to creep out. Even a timing swing from Valde would be perfect, and he delivers death. Apex gets a gun. Valde trying to fight from the sandbags. He has no pressure on him right now. Without the util on Vitality, he can just chill.
Re-aggro over the top of ramp. Vitality do get away. Now, SunPayus might be privy to this info, and that's why we're seeing ENCE start to lean back over towards this B side of the map. They've put together that something is not feeling right here. Snappy from beyond the grave. You can see what everyone else is seeing, so he's made this call across to the rest of the team. Smoke in at the top of the B ramp. Vitality, they don't want to wait for that, so they've got to go through it. Now we look at Dupree. Can he get this opener? That smoke on default is irritating. It's annoying. Just going to obscure the vision and slow this one down. ZywOo in the 1v4. Bomb out in the open. That's a collateral from the Deeg. Everyone's low. Bloody hell.
I think he dinked the back player through the front player.
Yeah, it was a collateral.
Oh my goodness, but killed neither. That's sad. Does get one off the repeat. And this is one problem with the T side on this map for Vitality. It's something that ENCE are already showing that they're very aware of. It's their forward teammate. It's Spinks. He's often lurking in middle. He's often holding till very late activations. And we've seen that be good and that be bad for Vitality, right? When they've managed to break into bomb sites, like in that game, I think it was versus OG in the previous previous stage, when they break into B bomb site especially, Spinks is so powerful on those flanks, killing elevator rotations, backstabbing, retaking players. But when Vitality fall apart on these B hits, and they do right there, Spinks is left with nothing, no room to move, and every expectation that he's in this position. So it's something ENCE have already shown to be aware of. SunPayus has been flanking mid already. They've been holding very passive in mid with these double setups as well that are almost guaranteed one-for-ones, if not better. So Spinks really needs to up his game in this matchup, in this map specifically, because ENCE know exactly what he's going to be doing on these T sides. Some techies first, going to get that figured out. But already off to a stonking start for ENCE. It's a great sign considering it's not their map pick. And I will say, you know, I could see this series being one where both teams win their opponent's pick. I don't think that that is unrealistic. ENCE's nuke has been shaky, and it's always been a mainstay of not just the two Danes on Vitality, but also Apex's calling. Always felt comfortable there on T sides. So that's a good sign. And it means that Vitality would and should be poised for a 2-0 in a series they come in as favourites. But a cold start to begin this map.
Yeah, I don't think we're terribly worried yet, but I will say the hot start out of SunPayus on the other side of things, that is a little more intriguing, right? Let's kind of look towards the positive for ENCE. If we do get a SunPayus game where he delivers, you know, thinking back to the glory days of this guy, I guess you'd say, like where he was looking his best.
4 months ago.
Exactly, 4 months ago, back when he was in Movistar. Well, that was really what like earned him this like move into the ENCE squad, right? Was this idea that he could come in, replace Hades, be this very affluent and influential AWPer, right? Someone who could and can just step up and win you games on his own back. And I don't really think we've seen that level yet, right?
No.
So yeah, you know, if he can find his footing, like, God, this would be the time for it, right?
And even to contextualize that, right, as well, I'm sure a lot of people remember Movistar's run back at IEM Cologne earlier this year. It was in July. Movistar made top 4. They fell to FaZe in their semi. And in that event, there was even Movistar v Vitality. That was a game Movistar won, Harry. The Spaniards took down this Vitality team. In that matchup, SunPayus in AWP head-to-head duels went 8-5 against ZywOo, winning it out and winning the match. So there's huge credence to this player, there's huge credit, high expectations, and ENCE need to show it right here, right now, today, yet again against ZywOo.
Snapping fast down short, but taking out the IGL's clash, and Apex wins it. Even more damage, and ZywOo's able to finish the job. Valde doesn't know what hit him. Oh! It's a fast round out of Vitality, and they've won every single gunfight on their way up ramp. Oh, a flawless round, a team ace, everyone chipping in. And that looked like something straight out of matchmaking, just the way that they run it up the ramp, just winning fight after fight.
That's a post-pace change right there for Vitality. I love that. The last thing ENCE are expecting after a lot of very respectful rounds. Wow. Yeah, I thought that happened. ZywOo through the yellow tarp. Great shot for Spinks here. He had to flick really high up to get that headshot on the off angle. And it's actually Magiska mid. You know, sometimes they're going to be double trouble in middle as well, but we'll see how much Vitality want to switch that up to try and ruin the prep events. ZywOo again going for the ramp pick. Smoked out this time. ENCE, okay, yeah, they get caught off once, but they will go back to getting in good utility. Magiska's surely a dead man. Even the wallbang did hit Deher, but Madden had already dropped the stairs. So, Vitality, the pace sucked out of this round. Back to what's not been working, and caught wide, can't even see him. Dupree does get one, but 2 casualties in the midst of the madness. Apex takes an AWP, not a common weapon for him. Used to be the scouter on this team before ZywOo took over, and Apex taken down, leaves Spinks alone.
On V4. That shouldn't happen, but ENCE know what this guy is capable of. They know what he can do, and he's waiting in at the bottom of ramp. Now, they're all just peeking this, and with the flash going in, will get them off the angle, but now they know he's here. And suddenly they don't really need to go peeking him at ramp. That nade almost deals with Valde. It's a shame. If Spinks did hang around, it looked like Valde was going to take the fight to ramp. He was walking all the way down it.
He's got cover though.
Now that he's low and tucked in, it's a very, very safe round there for ENCE. They hold on. Just unfortunate, you know, that he swings out right as he does, because he was getting walked upon, and that could have been the opener. Instead, you know, ENCE tuck, they play that very safe. Up in the lead, an attack timeout called in. Chance for Zonic to weigh in with his thoughts early.
Yeah, definitely needed for Vitality. All they've got is that really quick round that caught ENCE off guard. And you know ENCE now, after they've been dealt that once, they're going to be ready for it yet again. dupreeh very vocal in this tack as well with Zonic. On the flip side, Saul laughing it off, having a great time. ENCE, of course, the Finnish organization from Finland, typically with a Finnish team, but now just the coach remains. It was a cool restructuring, though. I mean, you know, they split up, pulled in a European roster, make top 4 at last major. Sure, best player poached, but right now 5-1 up against him, looking to keep the good times going. ZywOo's got his ult back, though. And Spinks is still lurking mid while Vitality run a 3-1-1 default.
ZywOo tried his hand at the ramp fight here, but did come up short. One of the things you're going to note is that Magisk often left to kind of his own devices, given a little more freedom than some of the other guys.
Oh,
Tried his,
that's
a double molly layup onto Apex. He's got to smoke that. There was no moving out of that one. But yeah, Magisk, given this kind of freedom too, on his own kind of feeling, on his own intuition as to when to make these plays over towards B. He tried his hand at it quickly in the last round and obviously came up short on a bit of a smoke timing push. But now you see the idea behind it. You know, he's going to keep this side of the map open.
Nice, yeah. Got any more?
Going to allow for them to come back over. Vitality moving up in towards this B site. Magisk at the front. Now Molly's going to clear out quad now. They know that they've got this route to run into the site. ENCE are moving over, but dupreeh and Magisk with the openers leave this even in the 3v3.
Close. Nice flick tap for Magisk as well. One nade will be nice. It won't kill dupreeh. Always good to have a high health player planting on a map like Vertigo where those nades are so important. And are they ready for Spinks? How late are they ready for Spinks? He's in no hurry. The retake hasn't even begun. He's here for the post plant. He's here for the clutch out as ENCE try to move in from CT. They'll start looking away, and that could not have been better for Spinks.
Yeah, beautiful timing here. You thought that, you know, Snappy looks so aware of it, so aware of the tendencies. They're trying to get out and save. Spinks has just secured the deal on the round. He's like, yeah, they are saving, they are gone. This is ours. And so Vitality, they don't even bother trying to hunt. They need to worry about their own money, really, before they start getting concerned about other people's.
Yeah, there's the value of that mid lurk as well. Nice to see it come in early. And yeah, you mentioned Magisk. We're going to see a lot of variety of paces from him on this T side on that default. Like, you know, sometimes just doing what he did there, holding very passive outside of B, making sure just being there means ENCE can't run any B flanks. They can only do mid flanks. But sometimes we will see him smoke the molly, play a very quick round. Depends on ENCE util combo. Because right now they've been into smoking bottom B. I think maybe they have a lineup for it. Going to see another ramp attack for Vitality, another up pace, up tempo pace. But they won't go through their own smoke. Orb is deep in mid with cover for ladder as well. It's a nice setup. But of course, death, taxes, and Spinks sitting mid. All inevitabilities.
Was always setting himself up with that flash. Spinks waiting in middle, good for the first. SunPayus going to try and trade this. Oh, but try is the operative word there.
Wow.
And in the blink of an eye, a handful of kills come out for Vitality. This one's already over. Oh, you want to try and save over at B. Well, guess who's been waiting here since the start of the round? Just lying in wait. D just wanting to save. But that is far from guaranteed here. And I mean, Vitality, as nice as keeping 5 alive is with Magisk here, I think you can more than justify throwing one player into the hunt.
Yeah, they're just in no hurry. Wait for him to make a mistake. They've got the whole clock to work with, and they will not be letting him go out easy in this round. Even Magisk backs up to let his teammates guarantee the trade. Molly as well. He's really trying to squeeze this gun out of Diho, who knows he's now defending the bottom of B stairs from both sides. Magisk with a nade, and he finds that headshot. Beautiful round out of Vitality. I mean, the patience pays off, doesn't it? ENCE tested early in the game by making a lot of noise. Vitality make a lot of noise on A, and it forces their hand. Hand chopped off, though. Vitality onto 3.
See, back when Spinks was in this ENCE team, he had like this uncanny ability and really, a lot of the time, like just rough positions to multi-kill, right? To get away with what feels like more than he should have been able to. And that round there in mid, almost reminiscent of that. You know, SunPayus had a really good opportunity to try and trade that with the AWP. That felt a little more like the classic Spinks. Maybe he's bringing the help for us. Push down the ramp. Gonna get destroyed. The pistol's dealt with. And so Vitality, they are closing this gap. They're starting to amass a bit of a T side now. This is where for ENCE, you're going to have a chance to try and put a stop to this, to try and keep yourself in the lead. But if you don't, Vitality are going to be in that power position where every round they win starts to hit like a 2-for-1, and suddenly a T side can spiral. Something that nowadays is so valuable.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen some very big CT comebacks in games gone by in this major. A lot of 12-3s that have been won by the the team with 3 at the half. Very consistent. But that is the benefit of the T side, right? Back-to-backs often coming through when you have your opponent's money on the rocks. On the flip side, if T's have max loss bonus, as long as they're getting a bomb plant in a lost round, they're going to get that extra bonus money they're going to be able to buy. That's the value of planting that bomb. That's why, on low economy rounds, it's so impactful. Gives you that extra pep in your step. Vitality, they got all the funds right now. 1 round behind ENCE. What was a 5-1 lead has closed up very quickly. And it's not been pace that put them there. Sure, that first round for Vitality was all a rush, but they have not been in a hurry these last few, and the results have yet to have been the same. But just smoking himself again through. Twice he's done that, twice he's died. And now Vitality have to dig deep. Another smoke push does help. Do pre-find Snappy. And finally, ENCE feel the freedom to flank. I like the routing for Madden. You can see ZywOo's holding that corridor. Oh, this is great. Instead of even going for the A flank, he's just going to try and snuff out Spinks in mid. It will take some time, and the CTs need to keep it alive. That molly, good call for SunPayus to not go through it, not force into a 1v1. They give up the bomb site, and we're still waiting on this flank. Madden's in no hurry. He's holding for Spinks to come back. But maybe it's Vitality instead who leave.
And that would be crazy. They would go into Madden, who, going to have that info. Looks like instead they're going to turn around. They're going to move back up ramp.
Spinks is
rejoin Apex. So Spinks, he's the one who could get caught crossing here. There's no way you're ready for this, right? Madden should have this one on a platter. And there it is. That kill delivered. Now you know the ENCE know you're coming this way, and so it's a little awkward. You just come to terms with pushing into the stack. You know you're going into the roughest waters, and yet ZywOo braves it every step of the way. Front crawl up through the ramp. There is still this flank on the card, still trying to get involved. Apex, he sees the feet, but can't get off the bomb in time. ZywOo having to go back, but a missed shot seals his fate. And so it's the flank that ends up hurting them.
What a great round for Madden to not jump the gun on that flank, knowing how patient this default has been for Vitality, and boy, does it pay off. It forces Vitality to just go. As soon as they lose Spinks, they have to rush. Worth noting, I think it was Apex. He missed that smoke on the left side of sight. He throws a lineup too high, and so they have to use 2 smokes on left, none on right, and it just makes a big gap, and SunPayus just pushes through. That's a really awkward one. ZywOo with a couple of nice kills, but it won't save them this time. And actually, I like how ZywOo starts B in this round as well. Could be spawn-based, but also knowing how many times Magisk has met a fight at the top of B stairs immediately. This time it's allowed. ENCE don't fight for the control. And look at what Apex has done with that information. He has gone all the way up through the smoke. Quick switch, almost caught. Diha running back. Apex with a freebie, and he won't jump the gun either. Vitality take a 5-on-4, they chill out.
I gotta say, for Apex, it's remarkably restrained, right? He's very much someone who, when he gets that first, he quite likes trying to force the issue. And so just getting out, playing the 5v4, calling this slowdown, it's nice. And now, you know, the little feelers of the B on this T side start to chow down. It's this 5v3. The Beast fed at the bottom of B. And the play's not even coming in on this side of the map.
Yeah, it's a bait smoke just to keep the AWP here. And in fact, it's forced ENCE to fully gamble. They've heard nothing on A. Their smoke's expired, and Vitality have contacted up the ramp. Oh, that's a nice clear in middle. It might give ENCE a way back in. They've got to win this fight, though. They've got to snuff out Magisk, who's tucked in tight. Good dink, but not the kill. And Magisk can get back as Vitality plant on the site. They've got a molly just to allow that. If the nade came in for Valde, he could have absolutely killed Apex from either elevator or from CT. But even with that kill, maybe it's good it didn't happen. It's meant ENCE are definitely saving. And that is the safer option of the two. Nothing worse than trying to save and still losing your guns to hunting T's, though. And you said the Vitality were trying to establish their own money. Well, they finally have, Harry. Now they're going for it.
Yeah, once you've got your bag, you've got to focus on taking everyone else's. That's the smartest way of thinking.
It's not enough for you to win. You need others to lose.
Exactly. But ENCE will get out with the guns. The bare minimum, they've managed that. Still, Vitality, in a very real way, feeling like they've started to find a solution here.
Yeah. And they've had a variety of, you know, different attacks here on this T side. I like to change up with the AWP starting B here. You know, you probably, if you're ZywOo, you won't do that unless you have the spawn for it. So it comes at a perfect round. And, yeah, gets that opening, or Apex gets that opening as ZywOo posts to give him the angle. Now it's only broken by saved weapons around pistols. Bodyguards, we call them. They've got to take the shots and be the tradies for their teammates. Valde's got a very nice angle. And as we know, Spinx is in no hurry.
Ooh. Bit of a, maybe a miscomm on that flash, maybe a bit of a misunderstanding. Magisk could do pretty, were meant to go in with it. Ended up getting full blind, but they've got the real estate anyway. Valde wins his fight in middle.
Yoink.
Gives one gun over while he generates one of his own. This boost up. Oh, SunPayus.
He's ready.
He's holding for this exact boost. Yeah, if you try to throw this in. Oh, instead, Diha's going to do it. Deagle up close, catches them, trying to assemble, and now into the AWP they go, into the stack at this B side of the map. Magisk blowing out the water after the first. Gone. And SunPayus, a great game. That AWP, 3 kills in the round, the hat trick. One of the 2 guns that was saved out of the last, and man, those guns were worth their weight in gold. When we were talking about, you know, Vitality kind of giving them the respect, not hunting it, didn't feel super consequential in the moment.
Yeah.
Also, what is that shot from Diha?
Yeah, SunPayus is just about to take it, but Diha sees a little bit more from...
I don't know, if you remember, SunPayus actually missed the tie. He started looking away from the boost. Like, Diha saved his life, and it's not even like that was commed across.
Both of the best rounds we've seen from ENCE in this game have been the rounds where they've killed the solo player on the default. One round where Magisk dies pushing B, and Madden gets that big flank off and then locks down the, you know, the Spinx drop through ladder. And then that round, they kill Valde kills Spinx in a 1v1 in mid, and then he gives the gun over to his teammate. He sets up on a flank as well. So yeah, and they know exactly what's going on. This time the flank isn't too impactful, but it allows ENCE to stack B. It allows that AWP to be put in the right place. And so ENCE win a very low econ round with 2 guns. So yeah, Vitality, they've got to be very careful on these solo players not to die early. Because when they do, the results are resounding. Or again for SunPayus, and this is what we talked about in that Movistar game. He was picking ZywOo. He was finding those openers. 8 and 5 in the head-to-head in the BO3, and Vertigo was included. It was a map Vitality 1. But still, dominant scoreline. SunPayus is up for the job today. Madden's burning. It spreads at the last second, and Snappy swings a smoke to only 1 kill. 3 on 3. Vitality will move onward, but not for longward, as SunPayus picks Magiskins. Posts again on the same angle. Apex fast, does get past, but he's still probably got to leave and regroup with dupreeh.
Can't believe he tried to jump that. That's just so risky. Apex over the connector. Ooh, timing on that turn around, and Valde's going to find the perfect gap. He's getting hyped up. And stumbling back to their feet in this one. It starts, you know, with the hero AWP popping off. It starts with the hero guns winning you around from nowhere, and now they're going to try and ride that wave to recover this half after all. Yeah. Gotta say, SunPayus already on the verge of having his best game at the event.
Yeah, right? He's been pretty mid.
Yeah.
What a time to come alive in an elimination game. ZywOo push, smoke, fire, bullets, they're all in his face. dupreeh the same, just behind that smoke. Snappy somehow survives. Got to watch these nades. They can bounce back very easily, and dupreeh will find out the hard way.
I would be so mad. dupreeh, I don't know, he just put a full 30-round mag past Snappy, it felt like. Only to then get naded. They're below you. Madden is right on top of them. Oh, the tag.
Heard it.
The nade went off at the same time. Didn't have the audio cue to go off of, but the sandbag set up. The shadow's been seen. Apex, clean opener.
Wow.
But couldn't quite deal with Madden, who's there to reaggress, keep this in the advantage events. Inside of the site, Snappy is dead, and they know that that second man was here just moments ago. Makes it back to short, but for how long? Holds the line, and there's SunPayus on the rotate. Blinder of a game from the ENCE AWP.
Yeah, ZywOo says, I'm the best AWP in the world. SunPayus says, you're not even the best AWP in the server, mate. He's excellent. He's just executing. Winning the head-to-head, finding the openers, winning ecos. Guy's got it all right now. And Vitality don't have squat to work with in this last round. Pistols out. Nice dig. That's a sick headshot for dupreeh. Blinded, still finds it. All right, we've seen what happens when Vitality go down 4 on 5 and the problems that arise then. What happens in the flip? They're up a man, but they haven't got the guns to work with, and dupreeh can't really get that rifle at the top of stairs. Meanwhile, Vitality lay up smokes. These look like B execute smokes. They've been met one of their opponents, but D is not actually playing the site. They can cross in. He picks that first low player, and off the flash finds a second. Nice D for ZywOo. This round's still happening.
Kind of wild though, because none of these guns that are getting dropped are retrievable. This is still a D ground versus the rifles. And so throughout this all, it's been an uneven fight. Still, Vitality is doing everything they can. ZywOo! 3! To close! The Deagle and dreams to find a 6th round at the half for Vitality. And milk it, ZywOo. Take it in.
Don't peek. Yeah, I'm coming back up. One under window, chilling. Can he
Maybe
go
second
window?
guy is A or B.
Yeah, 1 sec. I will check it. Window.
Ah, six, let's go.
Oh my god, this guy is so good. 2 at the same time? 3? 5? Can't imagine someone as good as him, man.
What are you watching? Oh my
Look at it, he does it so well.
everybody?
With everyone. Look, again.
Again?
The fuck? He's so good.
It's so good. Then he's waiting.
What? No,
Oh, he's gonna take all of them.
Not the ace.
He takes
The
it.
ace.
Oh my.
That's exactly what we need, man.
Oh, just like taking him like look. All 5? Oh my god. I want him to hug me like this. Like I will be happy.
So good.
You have to bring him with us.
Yeah, with his friend as well.
And I think 2 is
Two is
fine.
good, okay.
And this guy is look great. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Let's win a major first. Of course.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
It was a stellar ENCE defense. So the demonic deeds of ZywOo came through with all the headshots in the world to close. What a way to pump yourself up going into the second half. It's map 1 of the series. It's elimination on the line, on the stage. And ZywOo's come to play today. We needed that. SunPayus started roaring for ENCE. Chainsawing through Vitality's T-half. 17-4, freakish scoreline worth noting. And now ENCE have to keep it going. 9 rounds plus a pistol. Then we're cooking. And this is Vitality's map pick.
Yeah, I think we have a very interesting game on our hands now. You know, if that last round from ZywOo is going to reflect in this second half, you know, combine that with the fact that we're getting a really good game out of SunPayus. Oh, we're in for a treat. Here's the flashes for this play up the ramp. Apex in at the sandbag. Throwing this nade will give away his position. And now they know SunPayus gets the better of ZywOo, and then Snappy out-nades Apex.
Wow.
Literally 1-for-1 within their roles.
Anime
and it's
battle.
the ENCE players overcoming the odds. Bomb now going down. Vitality grouping, and they pulled it back into a 3-on-3.
Oh, scripted pistol right here. Let's see what we've got. No kit right now. In they come over the top. Snappy, not in a hurry to take these fights. Does get a dink and finishes the job. Does not let his prey escape his clutches. Snappy looks for 2. Just dueling, just dancing with death. Magisk faced by everyone. And SunPayus gives us the goods. 3 kills, including the opener onto ZywOo. This guy's the real deal after a very slow event. You said it as well. Not been the guy to look to, not been the team to look to have ENCE. With only a win versus BNE, sure, legit, on Ancient, a 12-3 CT side of their own, but otherwise been underwhelming against Fnatic, against Furia. ENCE, no better time like the present to show up, and Vitality now on a force.
So the best game at the major so far for SunPayus was ENCE versus B&E. He went 20-7 in a 23-round game. We're but 17 rounds into this one, and he's already overachieved that. He's coming alive in this one. But the Deagles of Dupree break the silence first. It's a double down from the man at default. Triple D's here, and Apex even coming in on this flank. Advantage turns to Vitality. They might not have the firepower, but what they lack in guns, they make up for in men. They're grouped up in CT looking for this retake. Apex even coming back around, and ZywOo's been fed. Valde now has to do this all alone. He's still paranoid about ramp. Apex was seen here, and you're not going to have expected him to go all the way back through middle.
There's no kit, though. This is a nice play for Vitality, but they have to get the kill quickly. If Valde can just buy a few more seconds, if he can tuck in, take his first kill, and then not peek, he can win this round. There it is. There's that kill. Tucked in, they chase him down, and ZywOo hits the headshot, but this is going to be close, folks. I don't know if we've got a guaranteed round. Vitality seem to believe, and so I'm believing with them. 7 there, just about. The blink comes in. The ZywOo don't blink. Whoa, that's a scary one. I do like that reset for Apex, though. Definitely paranoid was Valde in the clutch. Very, very close indeed. But Dupree gives us some D shots to marvel over. Vitality winning a force buy has flipped the script. Whose round is it anyway? We're about to find out. I'll take Vitality for 500.
It's not quite how that show worked, but here we are. Vitality over at the top of ramp. And looking to get stuck in. Looking like they do want to fight for this. It's kind of a take on what they did in the pistol, right? It's inverse, though. Apex was the one at sandbag. ZywOo was on short. This time, it's a role reversal. However, not the results that Vitality wanted. Apex gonna have to hold the line here. 2 in the round, and thankfully able to back up out and keep this in the favor of Vitality. It's great from the IGL of the squad that he's not giving away this advantage. He's not giving them a route into the A site. And really, it's the only reason why ENCE aren't in this crazy position right now. They've had to slow down. Now Vitality have had time to rotate over, and they've got everyone in the right place.
If ENCE can just tuck in for 15 or so seconds, Vitality might rotate some players out. They're already starting to consider this play. Scared of their flank, scared of the B site, 2 will leave. And ENCE have actually scavenged the smoke. They've got a second. SunPayus is not only checking the flank, but knowing full well that they hear every footstep. Pitter-patter. Apex is now the one flanking. Down the ladder he goes, Spinks tucked. They aren't going to use the smokes. They're contact into the site right now. Diha has moved up very far, and they hear that click close. Oh no, he's going over. Oh, he's denied it with 6 seconds. There's no chance. Physically cannot win the round. Too far gone, and Apex is right behind. Nice win from Vitality. Even though ENCE slow it down in a 2v3, the net closes upon them. That pistol now means nothing for ENCE, as Vitality have put them on a proper eco with no plant.
Yeah, suddenly this game is super close. Eco round for ENCE, one that should be forgotten about pretty quickly. Bit of a stat pad round for Apex as he just goes fighting, taking all the risks, swinging short, super wide, just wanting the gunfights, wanting to get this one over and done with. Vitality are hungry for it.
Easily done. 5 up by the end, and Apex taking the top of the team now for Vitality. 1 round's a difference, but ENCE coming in with a 4 buy. I'm just excited to see what the T-side orbs looks like for SunPayus, right? Whether he can repeat what he did in that defensive half, continue to take down ZywOo in that head-to-head, who has looked a little tamed, the latter of which, ZywOo, since the Challenger stage. 1.39 rating back in that part of the major, 90 ADR across his 8 maps. Legend stage, 1.17 rating and 15 less ADR. Now, this is over a smaller sample size, sure, but as it was put by the desk, this needs to be a game where ZywOo can beat up, get his confidence back, bring his stats up, and most importantly, not get eliminated. Will that be the fact, or will SunPayus keep it clean? Only gun rounds will tell the full story, but no orbs yet.
Yeah, already ENCE set up with a pretty keen opportunity to take some B control in this round. Vitality didn't have anyone at this side of the map early, so they don't have that info ahead of time. They don't have the util in a B ramp, and that means the ENCE have already got this control. That's a really nice thing to have in your back pocket with so much time left. You know, we saw Magis doing this on the T side, just constantly lurking over towards B. It just leaves that option open. It gives you a kind of get out of jail free card if you don't like what you see at A. It also allows for a little bit more trickery in the mid round, but now they've up and left B entirely. This is starting to more, you know, kind of limit their options and streamline them in on the A plate. Now there's been spotted over here in middle. There's a trade of utility down the ramp. Looked like that smoke from ZywOo possibly fell under the map.
Oh, this util's great though. There's smoke here or not. Apex is mollied off the push and he swings with it. That's a bridge too far. Would have loved a flash behind it. Spinks just got here in time to throw one, but Apex just goes out with a Molotov. Oh, it's given ENCE a way back in. Vitality will plug the hole by pushing 2 through on short. SunPayus jumping, hits a headshot. No way he's going to be able to stop ZywOo in his tracks though, and Magiska's moved through the smoke to stop the cross. He will. ZywOo helps out with a double as well. 3 in the round from him. And hey, Apex died, but his team will pick up the pieces.
Yeah, lovely kind of triple lean, short setup. You know, it's really something you weren't ready for if you're ENCE. You knew that ZywOo was there. You knew you were going to have contact. And that like staggered nature of the double peak at 2 angles of elevation, it's a very difficult thing to deal with, and it's very pretty to look at from ZywOo's perspective. You can see why it churned through that triple push so quickly.
They've got a load of nades and mollies, but they've not used them on the first sandbag. That only screams they're going to use them on the second. Short player pushing again. Apex wounded, and he'll get finished off. Magiska's there to trade. Here come the nades. ZywOo, 10 health, they know, and they will find a third in there to blow him out of the round. ENCE are about to win an eco unless Magiska has anything to say about it.
Yeah, Magis just has to go huge. This has to be like a hero moment from him, and with him dead immediately. Oh, okay. Spinks makes it a tad more interesting now. At least dropping the bomb gives plenty of time for Dupree to move over. He has also low. This nade's going to find him. That plant won't come through. Gonna be a recommitment to it for ENCE if they do want to get this bomb down.
There's a molly as well.
You can try and deny it all over again, and these smokes are going to start to fade. Remember, this was a low econ round for ENCE. They might just have to fight for this site control. Dupree, he heard the reload. He knows that Valde's in this corner. Knowing's only half the battle, though. The other half is the battle itself. And Valde wins that part out.
All right, nice to see something out of Valde. He's been pretty quiet in this game so far, but is around to ENCE. Love that idea for ENCE to, you know, we see so many teams on those rounds waste the nades on first sandbags, but everyone just expects it against Eco, and no one's even been playing there. It's usually a place to jump spot late round after the smoke's expired. ENCE blows ZywOo out of the round, and they win their eco. Another head-to-head, Spinks dead in middle. SunPayus gets the pick, and that's what we wanted out of this T side.
Yeah, and like being real, you know, this like insane game we're getting out of SunPayus. These, if we're talking about it honestly, this is kind of what you want for ZywOo. This is what you want from ZywOo. Yeah. He's meant to be, you know, the star. He's meant to be the prodigal son of Counter-Strike, you know, and he's meant to be someone who, in these big matches where it really matters, where it's all on the line, You're supposed to step up. You're supposed to get better. Haven't had that yet. For SunPayus on the other side, as mentioned, already best game of the event for him in this first map.
Ooh. Apex, I mean, it's a dangerous peak, but he gets so much info for Vitality. They know that ENCE are actually trying to commit here, so you'll already see the shuffles on the minimap. Mid abandoned. They're not scared of a lurker. Even that B player smokes stairs to leave, and Vitality remain 3 strong at A. It's a gamble, but it's the right gamble. They're going to give up the site now. Now that the time's low, this is actually a really nice call because they're a man down anyway. They can play for nades on the plant. And once that plant comes in, if they double nade it and then start chasing, enter in hot water. But Vitality for now have re-aggressed in middle. They won't be here forever. This is fine. Don't panic yet, folks.
Smoke's going in. Apex flashed for the peak, and ZywOo goes through the smoke wall. He's fighting ahead of it. That's more like it. There's the nade you talk about. SunPayus in the 1v2. There's another nade, but he's tapped the ball to bait it out. And now the 1v1. 3 seconds. He needs the kill. dupreeh is peeking, but just barely gets that round over the line.
He could have stuck it. I thought he was gonna. The smoke gave him just enough time. And that's a risky fake to make, but he knew dupreeh was close. He just took too long. A second earlier on that swing from SunPayus, and maybe he even hits that shot in time. Oh, that one hurts. But great round for Vitality to realize at the 40-second mark, ENCE barely up ramp. Let's give it up. Let's play our utility. What a lovely call. Artillery strike on the A site, through the smoke, over the in-game leader, and Apex wins that fight.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a mind blower. But at least Apex has flashed into that engagement. That's why Snappy whiffs. He's blind. A better face as the in-game leaders clash.
Yeah. You know, when we were asking if Apex was going to be leaps and bounds ahead tactically, I don't think that's quite the meaning we were looking for. But he makes it work.
They've got B, they just don't know it.
Yeah, Vitality do this sometimes, right? You'll see that dupreeh wasn't here at the start of the round. He was already leading away, so having to come back in late, it is a little problematic. It's, you know, everything's suddenly very uncertain. And now ENCE have gone super deep. Madden playing around this smoke at the generator. And even though Magis trades, it's cancelled out by SunPayus on the Tech-9. Still, traded by ZywOo after the fact. Apex is here. They've got 2 smokes to try and make this happen. Can try to lock off some of these sight lines, make life a little bit easier. But right now, they're just walking in silent on the approach. They've seen one man in a Tetris, but they can't finish the job. And Apex decides to write this one off. He's out of there, he's saving, he's gone. And to ENCE, they keep the lead in their favor.
Hey, Vitality robbed around prior. It was about time ENCE delivered one of their own. That's a lovely little B hit. And dupreeh, very unfortunate to just get back there in time, but they're already wide as he faces. That one gunfight makes all the difference despite the 5-on-4 Apex carved. This is insanity. What a great turn. Not easy. One more bullet and he'd be a dead man. But ENCE hold on there post-plant yet again. Valde at Tetris. It's been solid there at least. 12 rounds to 11. ENCE with their 3rd TAC timeout. Another chat to Saw. They've got to cut their way through this Vitality defense. And really, it's been Apex and ZywOo with the majority of the impact. Keep in mind, ENCE did just win a force by some rifles, some pistols, no utility. And so it goes right back the way of Vitality. SMGs already out, pistols possibly in play. Again, 2 HE grenades. I'd love to see them saved for late round.
Oh, fast up ramp. Madden, he seems to thrive in the chaotic environments of, you know, playing around these smokes, trying to go for these wild pushes. But even he'll taper off in this round. This hero gun is in the hands of ZywOo, so if there ever was a time, no,
after
him
you.
to show up, it's now.
This is nice. Apex is going to flash Magist back into short later. They're nading ramp instead.
This nade could be pretty juicy. I'm seeing 3 guys. I'm seeing a good chunk of damage done.
It's not bad, but the flashes in response keep Apex tame for now. One smoke, one flash. It's all about the gunfights here, really, for ENCE, and they've got the rifles. Once these smokes expire, they have a bit more room to fight, but you know that Vitality have been playing the wall every time. ZywOo's on the wall. He is the wall. SunPayus has knocked down the first, but there are those trade kills from ZywOo. Majestic, Apex swings, and everyone falters for ENCE. Valde's thinking about the save, but he may not be given that luxury. Magiska's moved in for the killing blow. 12 rounds, forced by win after forced by win. Both teams do it. And you know Apex is getting hyped. That's what you like to see. The energy for Vitality coursing through their veins.
The fact that I just heard and can make out him saying, "Let's go, boys," over this crowd is crazy. But he's trying to pump up the rest of the gang. Vitality even calling out attack pause. Sonic's getting involved. Very handsy with it.
Probably learned a lot of that from Apex.
Defo looking more animated since joining this squad.
For sure. Well, more to do. No longer the days of Astralis destruction. Vitality have had to work for their win.
That's true, yeah. You know. Has to come in under kind of hotter circumstances as well a lot of the time.
This is just such a rough spot to be in for ENCE. I thought that was going to kill Vitality, that eco win on the previous round, but now that they've thrown it right back in their face, ENCE, playing around this hero gun again. It's actually on Madden. Not a name we've mentioned much, and may not change as he gets spammed very close through the smoke. Nade to 6. Lucky to be alive, but probably not for long.
Trying to play around it again, but the results just aren't there. SunPayus has it now, which is something. However, smoke spam can just end his round. Out of ammo for ZywOo. And Apex is tapped out too.
Unlucky. That's a reasonable swing for Apex this time, but that Tech 9 finds the instant headshot and then follows up. It's gifted guns to ENCE. They've not got the smokes. And so again, fight on the A site is the answer. Vitality should just, again, play their util. It's been how they've won most of these A rounds, and they just have so much. Plus the flank, Spinks has locked them in. They have to go.
Oh, yeah. With the util to play around and the flank, like you say, like Vitality just don't have to face here. They're not feeling that pressure.
There it goes.
Oh, the switch off the nade is kind of unfortunate. It means that that plant is allowed to come in.
Fire!
Magis can't see through the fire. He doesn't even realize where he was getting shot from. They make it back to short, and Magis now dead.
Wow!
Snappy living up to his name. Real quick with it. 2 of them dead, leading by example, and now he's got to complete this in the clutch. 1v1.
No kit.
And his old teammate on the other side, his old star, well, he's got to snuff out this flame now to Snappy, and with a click of the fingers, he's done it. Head off. And ENCE is still in this one, still in the lead.
What a roller coaster of a game. This one's really getting spicy as we hit crunch time. Harry, that is, I think, 4 eco wins in a row. 4 low buy wins from either team, trading rounds. 1 rifle in that. And they managed to break their way into A. Snappy, that tuck was excellent. And as you said, just the micro detail. Dupree switching off the nade onto the molly. The molly isn't enough to stop the plant.
That is like a devastating. Yeah. When you go back and you watch that, it's that nade switch that throws the entire round into disarray.
Well, they're low money, so they're probably going to win it. Vitality with SMGs crunching this B main area. Dupree falls off right as they enter. But they don't know about Spinks. He is the power piece of this round, and he's removed without a sound. Headshot for Valde, who's definitely come alive as we've gone later into this game. ENCE 5-on-3. They cannot bungle this round. There should be no way. Re-aggression. Bajiska's got a flash for Dupree. He can jump on the wood right here. Let's see what he's got.
Flash in, one for Dupree. Ooh. Just wants to get out of there, just wants to stay alive.
That molly's a nightmare.
It's sad that it's done so much to him. Great for ENCE though. They're rubbing their hands together. You know, that was kind of, that was really only like the safe, in quotation marks, play that Vitality had. Was like that was the one bit of utility they had to support a play used, and it doesn't even bring it back to even odds. Now it's best case in terms of just getting one, getting out, trying to play out the 3v4, but you still need that hero player to step up. Magisk coming his way, dead with nothing done. Dupree much the same. Apex on this wrap round. Oh my! What? Oh, Apex! It is a damn good try. 3 out of 4, but just falling short again.
Oh, you know what it's going to do, though? It's going to keep the money low. It's going to keep either team breakable. It's tempting, Harry. It's certainly tempting. Look how quick these kills come through. Thank goodness for ENCE that their spacing is so tight. Something Alan talked about coming into this game that's let them down in games gone by in the major already. Not this round, and they won't force off the back of it, but Apex wants to throw himself into the fray. A single rifle in an eco round. Spinks trying to run as he hears the MAC-10 chase him. Double nade, just dodged. Utility's been the name of the game in this matchup. I can't blame this buy for Apex, but it is going to leave him with nothing in the next round if he dies here. And again, he is committed. That's the danger of this rifle. No one's saving this gun. No one's going to pick it up and put it to use. He sees the cross and he gets nothing done. That's the round, folks. That's 15 for ENCE. Huff copium all you want. They're not getting out of this one alive.
Nah, you're dead on, Hugo. The one powerhouse item dropped out of it. And Snappy farming cash. ENCE are on to map point on Vitality's map pick.
Yeah, that's crazy. I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. I think this is certainly a series where both teams could win their opponent's map pick. Don't count that out, but it's not a good sign for Vitality, despite that. To go down 0-1 in a must-win matchup with your opponent's pick and certainly some unknown coming into this game. ENCE played great CS, and SunPayus has gone crazy this matchup. 32 and 13 right now. His debut major legend stage, looking to survive another day. Apex throws himself down the ramp. Oh,
right at the front. ZywOo dead after one over on the ramp side. SunPayus at 34 kills deep, just holding down W and believing. He can feel the ENCE have got this one in the bag. For Spinks and Dupree, realization setting in that if they can't do something huge here, this one gets away from them, and they're just one map away from elimination. Spinks dead, and Dupree followed up onto. It's a huge opener from ENCE, spearheaded by SunPayus. Great clutching in there from Spinks. They're looking switched on, and Vitality now need to dig deep and bounce back.